first got into state government work because of my passion for people. I am proud of the fact that I have more than a job, I have a career. I started off as a correction service trainee. I promoted to probation and parole officer. I promoted from there to being a unit supervisor. From a unit supervisor, I promoted to being a district administrator, and now I have promoted to my current position as a regional administrator. That makes me proud. A female mentor, my mother. She instilled in me great leadership skills. She instilled in me to believe in myself. She instilled in me to always want to be my best in whatever I do. And a second person, as I think about that, a high school teacher who every time I walked into her classroom, she would address me as her bubbling brown sugar. And that resonated and still is in my spirit today, because I always attempt to be a bubbling brown sugar to somebody. I try to be a role model by leading by example. I try to be a motivator. I try to allow people to see their worth through me. There has been a lot of diversity, a lot of obstacles, a lot of barriers in my life, but I do believe that for every trial and tribulation, there was a test and a testimony.
I got into state government work actually by accident. It wasn't something that I set out to do. A door was opened up for me, and at first I said no because I thought I was too busy and I didn't have time. But I dug down and I found a way to say yes. I found a way to satisfy the commitments that I had outside of this new opportunity. And I'm really glad that I did, because before I felt like I was making a difference on my family farm, but now I feel like I'm able to impact all of agriculture across the state of Missouri. And one of the neat surprises was that I didn't realize when I came to the Department of Agriculture that I was missing 350 family members. But that's exactly what I found when I got to the Department of Agriculture. People who were caring, who loved their work, and who wanted to make a difference every day in the life of Missourians. A female mentor that I had was my mother-in-law, and one of the things I learned from her is that a woman can do anything that a man can do. Being a woman in agriculture doesn't make you different, it just means you might have to do things a little differently on the farm. She taught me to just keep getting in there, work hard every single day, and don't let my gender stop me from achieving success. I try to be a role model for younger working women by encouraging them in their careers. It doesn't matter what step that they're in. We need to make sure that as women we are encouraging each other and pulling people back up so that we can all achieve success together.
I started working for state government as a brand new graduate of the University of Kansas Law School. I had spent my summers in law school working for a big corporate law firm, making a lot of money and working on a lot of interesting cases, but I never felt quite at home. So one example is the attorney that I worked with did a lot of cases that involved propane tanks that had exploded, often affecting the lives of people who lived in the homes near the tanks, and we were on the side of the propane tank, and that never felt right to me. So after my second year of law school, I interviewed with the Missouri Attorney General's office, and I'll always remember that interview because the people that I interviewed with clearly liked their jobs so much. They were so collegial with each other. It was just a great interview, and it really changed my life. So if I had to give a young worker one piece of advice, I would say to be prompt, present, and prepared. So be there on time or earlier. Be present, which means don't be on your phone, do be paying attention, and be prepared. Understand what the conversation you're entering is going to be about, and be prepared to enter to participate fully.
So I got into state government work just recently in my career. I have been at a state-supported institution of higher education for most of my career, so I'm just getting into state government. But growing up in the capital city, I've had many family members, including my mother, grandfather, and aunt, that have been state workers. I've had many exceptional female mentors that I've watched throughout my career, and one of the things that I've learned from several of them is just to always enjoy what it is that you do, because when you go to work every single day and you're spending time hour after hour and sometimes many hours outside of work, you've really got to enjoy what you do to be able to advance in your career. I would tell a young worker, a young female or even a young male, that you can do it. I think there are a lot of days when the job seems like it's something that you can't tackle. You can always accomplish things. Today might not look like a good day. Go home, sleep on it, come back. Tomorrow's a new day. Always make sure that nobody can look at you and know that you're struggling. Always be that duck with your feet kind of moving quickly underneath but calm on the surface. But just always keep in mind that you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to.
I'm always attempting to show someone light in a darkness. I'm always trying to show hope in hopeless situations. And I can say that's the model I try to present to women daily.
If I could give a young worker one piece of advice, it would be to not worry about having a title to make a difference in what you do. As long as you work hard and you put your best foot forward, you're going to be successful. And you never know when you're going to make a huge impact on someone else's life. So don't worry about having that title behind your name to make a difference.